Corporal Jamie Murphy, Master Corporal Kirk Knoll, Sergeant Paul Brazel, Sergeant Von Ingram, Warrant Officer Rick Nolan, Sergeant Craig Gillum, Private Kevin Kennedy, Sergeant Donald Lucas, Corporal Stephen Buzan, Private Justin Jones, Corporal Chad O'Quinn, Captain Frank Paul, and Corporal Brian Pinkston, all brave individuals who are familiar to all of us. How great a debt we owe to them and to their families. Let us renew our pledge as Newfoundlanders and Labradorians that we will never take for granted the freedom we enjoy, and we will teach every child of every generation to remember those who have paid dearly to keep us safe and secure.
This is why this monument, this is why this vigil is so important. It is our ways to tell you that your loved one, their effort, their life for us will never be forgotten.
From the commitment of our very first warship, the HMCS Halifax, in October 2001, right up to the training and mentoring of Afghanistan's national security forces, our women and men in uniform not only helped to secure the country, but also made a real difference to the lives of the people of Afghanistan.
It's great to see all these young people here, all these children, these school kids, who are, from the looks of them, too young to have been really understanding what was happening before we stopped the combat mission in 2012. And for these kids to have a chance to see not just the plaques of the fallen, but to talk with people who were there, I think it's going to be good for the future. It has to be good for the future.
Craig, he was a very considerate person. He loved helping people, and he was kind of a prankster, playing jokes. Yes, and it's like when he went into the military first, he was in boot camp, and he come home, and his sisters, he did have to make their beds, and if he couldn't bounce a quarter on that bed, he'd strip right off mattress and all, right off to the floor, and he'd have to redo it over. This is kind of thing. Yes, and throw buckets of water over his mother was the thing too. Yeah, Craig always described the military as his family. That was his, guess he considered them like his second family. And he was there to reach out to each and every one of them, the same as he was his personal family. And really, that's how I feel now, like with all the soldiers and their families. It's just part of our family too, and that's it.
To be honest, I've played with our troops all over the country in every base in Canada, and it was always a great experience. But the depth of what it meant never hit me until I arrived in Kandahar, and it just the seriousness of it and the actual emotions that you go through when you see just how our Canadian troops handle themselves, and I was just taken aback by the pride with which they went about their work. And when I hit the stage there to play for those troops, I was never at any time more proud to be a Canadian. Never.
And the memorial that we stand before today once formed part of the Kandahar Airfield Cenotaph, where it gave our forces the opportunity to commemorate and to mourn their fallen colleagues and comrades, as they do. But soldiers then carry on. And so this tour is an opportunity to pause, to lay down the tools of war. I had the honor of visiting the memorial, as others have mentioned, in Afghanistan on several Remembrance Days. And the plaques, though they remain somber and heartrending today, are entrenched with memories and tears, but also, more importantly, mentioned, etched permanently in the hearts and minds of those left behind. While we stand here in awe and appreciation and in loyalty and in remembrance of the fallen, we are also here to show our gratitude for the courageous families and all they have given. Canada will not forget what they gave of themselves and what you have sacrificed for our nation. It's said that the greatest gift is to lay down your life for another. They served their country with honor. It's our duty to preserve their memory and to carry forward their legacy. I thank you. Merci.